and welcome to the Xplosion podcast. My name is Cazteck, coming from beautiful Ottawa, Ontario, and today we have some great stories. And when I mean great stories, I mean a lot of bitching and complaining from the gaming/geek community. They've all been pretty negative stories that are pissing people off, so this should be fun. I would love to hear what the panel has to say. Today I am joined by...
Hi, this is Antonio from Guadalajara, Mexico, where I just finished eating my mango from last week.
Gross. This must be one dirty mango.
Yes. Delicious.
Like leave it half eaten, just sitting on the table, or...
Yeah.
Ew.
Of course.
Gross. Anyways, I'm also joined by...
Hey, this is Tavian, also known as a philosopher, coming from Michigan.
Awesome. And last but not least, we are joined by a man who did not want to miss another podcast, who is currently finished work early and is on his phone with us, and we are joined by...
Hello, this is the Video Game Hunter. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. All right, so I guess we should hop right into it, huh?
Oh, man.
We shall. Let's do this.
All right.
Yes, let's do this.
So the first thing is probably the biggest thing, is we talked about this a couple podcasts ago with Kojima leaving Konami. And we talked about, is the Silent Hill franchise in jeopardy? Is Metal Gear Solid in jeopardy? And we kind of came to the consensus of, no, they're going to continue going on. But it's official. Konami has officially canceled Silent Hill.
Yep. And did you hear about them taking off PT from the PS4 soon?
Yes, today, what is it, the 28th? Today is the last day you can download PT, or you can never get it ever again.
I'm sure someone's going to hack it and put it online.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
It's already there, man. You don't even have to wait for that. But you know what? This, to me, is like the kid. Like you know that kid, right? When you were a kid, that when you were playing whatever ball sport, football, basketball, whatever, he had the ball, but he sucked balls, right? So when he lost, he will take his ball with him, and so that no one plays. It seems, Konami's just like that little bitch. Oh boy.
That's a good
That's a good analogy.
Why take why the game of from people, unless there was some sort of legality issue, I can understand that if that's the case. If there isn't, it's just a big fuck you to everyone.
Oh, it
honestly.
is. Oh, it is. And they said that, we're going to continue working on the Silent Hill franchise, but with another company. But really, when it comes down to it, you had a perfect one. You had one that had people excited. You had Norman Reedus. You had Del Toro. Yeah. You had that buzz that a video game needs, And for them just to be like, no, we're going to cancel it. Oh, but we're going to continue making them, so don't worry. Are they going to be the shitty titles like Origins or the Frozen one? Let it go.
Memories or whatever. Let it go. Yeah, they really, really messed up with this. They had two great minds. They had Del Toro and they had Kojima, and then they had the star power, Norman Reedus, and they were on the whole Walking Dead bandwagon. They had the perfect recipe. All they had to do was just sit back and let it happen. Like, I don't know the politics of what was going on there, but they could have revived the Silent Hill franchise with this game, but because of whatever circumstances happened, they totally screwed themselves. I feel like they shot themselves in the foot. They're losing me. Like, I'm not gonna buy another Konami game after Metal Gear comes out, and I'm questioning that. I'm gonna buy Kojima games if he continues to make games, but Konami, like, I'm sure they're gonna lose a huge chunk of fan base because I consider myself a pretty rational fanboy, but I'm done with Konami. Like, they're not gonna get any more of my money because it's just like they're doing this whole big cock tease thing. You know, they're saying one thing and then they're backtracking, like, you know, this is a political debate type of thing. Like, oh, I said this, but I'm just kidding. This is actually what's going to happen. Like, this is like some political bullshit, you know, and that's not what I'm a part of.
You know, as a gamer, that's not what we want. I think politics and gaming are probably the two ends of a spectrum that we don't want, right? We don't want politics in our games, and we don't want gamings in our politics, even though politicians like to play games all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said.
So do we know if this has anything to do with Kojima leaving Konami?
Oh, it has to. It has to be.
Yeah.
He was the lead on this project, and just lead with the Metal Gear Solid, and you know, he's left, and they said, "Oh no, everything's gonna be fine," and then, you know, next thing you know, they started canceling shit left, right, and center.
Yeah.
So if we were to see PT come out with whatever Kojima's new, you know, company will be, I think that would be good. But I mean, could this have been a part of the agreement when he left, that they will take PT out of commission for everyone? If that's the case, that's kind of a dick move from both to agreeing for that, doing that. Honestly.
Well, they never actually said Kojima was officially gone, right? And he did state that all projects with his name on it were still a go, as far as he was told, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even if it was, as you said, a part of the contract, if he left and said, no, I don't want PT to be made, if he makes his own company, he could pretty much make a game exactly like PT, work with Norman Reedus, work with Del Toro, not have to go off the lore of Silent Hill, and make a whole new horror game, and people will buy it.
I was thinking the same thing, because it doesn't sound like Del Toro or Norman Reedus or anything like that. They're mad at Kojima. They never. I didn't see any articles with them mentioning like Kojima or any animosity towards him. Granted, that could be for like marketing reasons, like because it seems like Kojima or Konami has been keeping Kojima out of away from their mouth totally, you know, since the whole debacle. So I don't know.
They've been keeping out of the limelight for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what, is the Silent Hill franchise in jeopardy? I would say so. I don't think Konami has clout to continue it. I mean, it's not like Kojima made it, but when you look at what Silent Hill has become to what it could have been, I don't think Silent Hill is going to be a viable franchise anymore.
Yeah. It kind of begs the question also, what if Kojima does completely break away, start his own his own publishing company, you know, or his own studio completely? How many people from Konami do you think would potentially leave to go join him?
Everyone part of Kojima Studios.
Right.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would do that for sure.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't be upset with.
Because as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, to my knowledge, video game companies don't have a non-compete clause in their contracts. So they're free to jump around if needed. To my knowledge, anyways.
Yeah. There are, or go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say really quick that even if there is, we've seen it all the time where people move from one company to the next in the gaming community, in the gaming scene. So I agree. I don't think there's any sort of clause in the contract for that.
Yeah. I think the only small chance of any exclusivity happening is if and I don't see this being too big of a possibility, but there are like clauses in contracts where like you have to work. What is it called? It's like where you can't work for another industry for a certain period of time. Like
non-compete clause.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. I don't know if he'd sign something like that, but that's the only way that like Konami can stop him from like potentially pulling some of his employees away, some of their employees away.
Yeah, but a lot of those things, like, I don't know, non-compete clauses can be ruled unethical, because you're pretty much telling someone that if they leave this job, they can't work for someone else and make money somewhere else,
Right, yeah,
essentially, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, we'll see. Do you think this is going to hinder this whole canceling of the Silent Hill game? Is this going to hinder more towards Konami or Kojima?
I think
Konami,
both.
definitely. I really think more
Konami, to be
Konami than.
honest.
Yeah, I think. I mean, let's look at this. What are the what's the franchise? It's Metal Gear, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, people are as serious as it is, but they're mostly invested because of how quirky Hideo makes his games, right? That's part of the whole thing. If you take that out of the equation, I think not right away, but you'll start to see people drifting away from the franchise if they don't get the same sort of appeal from it, right? I think people will start to drift away slowly, but people will start to drift away. And Hideo, his name has a lot of weight now, a lot more weight than Konami has.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people will see a game from Konami, and they could give two shits about it. If they see a game from Hideo Kojima, and then people will pay attention, right? So, I think out of this departure, Konami is the big loser.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And plus, Hideo Kojima has expressed multiple times that he has other projects that he wants to work on. And people want to see it. You know, I love Metal Gear, but it's time for something new. And I'd like to see what he can do. Like I feel like PT was kind of accidentally marketing for Kojima and what he is able to do away from Metal Gear Solid. Because the people that did play it or did see it or hear about it, you know, that piqued their interest. And the only reason that was so good, I would say, is because of Del Toro and Kojima. It wasn't because of Konami. You know, yeah, they put up the money, but everyone knows now what Kojima is capable of in the horror industry, and people love horror games. You know, they love being scared.
Yeah, and honestly, just sorry for interrupting, but really quick in that, adding to that, honestly, if the money, as you said, you know, Konami put the money, but if the money is the issue, that's in this day and age, that's not the problem anymore with Kickstarter.
Totally agree.
If Hideo puts something on Kickstarter, it will go and meet its goal in the first 2 hours. Honestly, I think people could just give them money, right? I don't think money will be the problem for whatever project is coming from next from him. I don't think that. So again, that's part of the whole thing that I think Konami is the big loser here. The money is not a problem anymore with Kickstarter.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
All right. So, with that being said, yeah, I think the last Konami game, I think the last time Konami held any excitement for me is back in the arcades.
DDR.
You know, yeah, exactly. DDR, those type of things, right? Arcade games.
They could go the way of Sega.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. The last thing I want to add to that is I'm wonder if Metal Gear 5 will still come out.
It should, with how far they're far along on it. They should be able to have it come out, but again, I think it's going to come out. There's going to be, depending on how far, like with the story, if most of it's done and written, then it's going to come out and be done. If they come with a part 6 or something, you're going to see a huge decline in quality for story, I think.
Yeah, that's a given.
Are you guys worried about Halo 5? I'm talking about, you know, the quality of the game, the whole Hideo stuff that he brings to the game. Do you think that's gonna suffer? Or do you think we are so far out in the game that all of that's already there on the game, so we would not miss that?
It depends on the situation. Like, I know Kojima is still working on Metal Gear, according to Konami, but more of a contractor sort of situation. But if he is completely gone, then I think certain parts of the game will suffer. I would say the script is already written, so that's not a problem. That's just a matter of having the voice actors do all that. I don't think at this point the script is not done, but I do think the quality of the game may be hindered in the process, and then some of the marketing as well. Because I think Kojima had a big part in some of the kind of viral marketing that he does, like that weird stuff that he does with the trailers.
Yeah.
And releases and whatnot. Like the next E3, if it's not out, but the next E3 is not going to be like a really snappy sort of introduction sort of thing that makes people wonder what the hell's going on. Because if you remember the whole Moby Dick Studios thing, no one knew what the hell was going on, but everyone was talking about it. Like, what is this? It looks like Kojima, but he's totally denying everything. And then all of a sudden, he stayed relevant for a long time. But I don't know if Konami can do the same thing with Metal Gear and stay relevant.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think, I hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see.
So that's been one nerd rage. Another nerd rage thing is in the. I guess we'll stay in the video game aspect here right now. Speaking of games with multiple renditions and multiple studios that get involved, we're going to talk about Black Ops 3. They announced Black Ops 3, they brought in Black Ops 3, and everyone's saying, oh, what's it going to be, what's it going to be? Well, they finally showed some quote-unquote gameplay or a better trailer, and the one thing that everyone hates about Advanced Warfare is the Exo Suits, and it looks like the Exo Suits have made it into Black Ops 3.
Oh, I just switched to my computer.
No problem. See, we can hear you better.
That's good.
So now the video game hunter here, he doesn't play new age video games, so I highly doubt you've actually played Advanced Warfare, correct?
It sounds like a strategy game. So yeah, I'm not into those things.
No, it's a Call of Duty first-person shooter.
Oh, can we talk about Halo instead, since it's so superior?
Oh. What about you, Tavian? Have you played Advanced Warfare?
Not yet. No, I do play the shooters, but I don't have one of the next-gen consoles. Haven't gotten it yet.
And Antonio?
What? Are we talking about Call of Duty?
Yeah. No. See.
Again, the last Call of Duty that I liked was Call of Duty 4, which was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one. That's the last.
Or was
Call
that
of Duty.
World at War?
No, that was the next one from Triarch. Triarch? Yeah, Triarch. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's the last Call of Duty I liked. Then the next game and the next games came, and honestly, to me, is the same thing, just trying to one up their whatever bombastic things happen around you. But honestly, that like every good story, like every good movie, like every good book, you need to have peaks and valleys, so the peaks will have effect. If you're always on 110, exploding this here and there, you land in whatever thing, and you see bullets all over the place. It never stops. You get desensitized, and to me, the loss is again from Call of Duty 4, and then they're just trying to one up themselves, and I lost interest in the franchise.
Well, I'm excited for zombies.
Those zombies.
I'm not. I don't like the Exo Zombies. I'm more a fan of just the regular Treyarch zombies and that whole storyline. It'd be interesting to see what they do with this. But I've played Exo Suits. I've played Advanced Warfare. I've played Ghosts. I've been a Call of Duty fan pretty much since Black Ops 1 was the first one I bought. And played the shit out of that. Then Part 2. I never played any of the Modern Warfare ones. So like Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare 2. Never played them.
That could be part of it, of why you still like it a lot, right? You haven't gotten into that burn stage of the same thing going on in those franchises.
I think you might be right, because I think the story-wise between Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 was like one was during like Vietnam and the other one was during like present time almost, and it had the same characters and same stories revolved around the same thing. The zombies were connected as well, so your zombie stories from the first one were connected to the second one, so it really involved a lot. And then I played for the Xbox 360 World at War, and that was the first zombies game, and that one I really liked, but that was more of like World War II, right? Totally different.
Yeah.
So and then I played Ghost, or I owned Ghost, and that was a different breed of a game. It's not your run and gun shooter that everybody's used to, like the original Call of Duties. It was more of, have to be a little more strategic, sit back, pretty much camp, which most FPS people will say is a sin. You don't camp in a game.
It's strategy. Get used to it.
Well, exactly. You had to figure it out. And then with Modern Warfare or Advanced Warfare, with the Exo Suits, it's like, I don't mean to offend you, Antonio, but it's like playing a bunch of jumping Mexican beans. They're jumping everywhere. They're over there. They're over there. They're behind you. They're in front of you. They're above you. They're fucking everywhere. And it's very difficult to play because it's just like, you can get from one end of the map to the other in 2 jumps, and it's just, it's a little chaotic, and it's just everybody looks the same, and it's just, it took a lot away because now your usual spots you have to look in even more spots because people can jump up 100 feet up onto a map where they usually couldn't in regular games, right? It took a lot away, I guess, for me.
It's funny how they, talking about the Mexican beans, I never see any Mexican beans around here.
You don't have any beans? Well, maybe you just call them beans. We call them Mexican chili.
No, but I've seen those jumping ones, but it's just, it's not a regular occurrence anywhere here.
Maybe it's more of a Mexico City thing.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I've been there before. I didn't see them.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit. So, as a video game developer, making a game that is both familiar and new is pretty hard. And most people that play Call of Duty already know that they get accused of making the same thing over and over again, especially the Advanced or Modern Warfare, that 3-part series. It was the same thing over and over again. Like I can say that myself. I got tired of it after the second one. But how do you make a game that separates itself from the rest of its series, but also stays relevant? Like, how do you do that? How do you add something new to it?
I tell you how. You wait a few years, just the same way GTA does. I mean, GTA 4 and 5, it's basically the same thing. Of course, different storyline, a better, some tweaks here and there. Super familiar, but you're excited to play it because it took some years. You don't do it every single year. to a point where people you just devaluate your brand that way. I think. That's the only reason I see that. I understand what you're saying, and that's true. We need to, when you have a franchise, you don't wanna, you will still wanna be familiar, but innovative at the same time. I understand that.
Yeah.
But again, if you're doing it every year, you're not gonna be able to do that. I don't think.
I actually agree.
Yeah.
But see, nobody complained about the Call of Duty 1 through World at War, due to the fact because they were all World War II games, right?
But Cass, before that, they were not annual. That
Yeah, they were.
No.
Call of Duty 1 came out in 2003. The Call of Duty Advanced Pack came out in 2004. Call of Duty 2 2005. Call of Duty 3 2006. Call of Duty 4 2007. World at War 2008. Modern Warfare 2 2009. Black Ops 2010. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2011. So, see,
okay,
they were always.
Yeah, but at first the World War II games. At first, that's exactly what happened. After the third one, the third Call of Duty, if you look at the reviews and whatnot, they all did not like it because they were already tired of the same formula. That's when Call of Duty 4 came along and changed it completely. That's when it added the very addictive multiplayer. Mm-hmm. That's now a staple where you unlock things as you go. That started with Call of Duty 4, right? So when the next Call of Duty War, another War game, came in, the same apathy or the same the illusion of the brand still not hit. It was not the same. It started to hit afterwards when the formula, even if it's changed a little bit between game and game, and as you said, some of them are now more campy, and you're not run and gun as before. It's still in heart the same formula that has not changed for a long time. And I think that's when you need to put some years between your games, so that when you come out, yeah, it's gonna be around the same thing, but you give people a little breathing room to miss your game, right? To miss anything new. If you're doing that every single year and no real innovation, I think, and I think if you ask most people, the good thing about you, Cass, is that you came into Call of Duty late, until Black Ops. That's very late into the cycle.
Well, that was the first one I officially owned, right? The first one I went out and bought and played.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the rest of them, I mean, I was told, play Call of Duty 3, play Call of Duty, 3, and, but Black Ops was the first one I played and played pretty much, not religiously, but.
Yeah. So that's why you haven't burned out, I think. I mean, and it could be that, you just don't. It could be that this is your bread and butter. You like this type of game, and that's fair as well. But for people that I like shooters a lot, I like them. But for people like me that I get burn off, on the same, doing the same thing again and again. I mean, I already got into that point with this franchise, so. Okay. I really am not looking forward to the next one. I don't, unless I see something new with the formula, the same way Call of Duty 4 came out with the multiplayer. I think that was the point when it really changed the formula, and it actually for the whole industry. It changed it for the whole industry. That's why, to me, that's my favorite Call of Duty game.
The only issue I see, though, I don't play Call of Duty. I haven't played it since Black Ops 2, but they still continue to break record sales, even after releasing their game year after year. Why would you not keep doing that? Like, I think, I agree with everything you're saying, but we have to take into account Activision is a big company, and they're not going to stop doing something if they're making more money doing what they're already doing, especially if it requires less work.
I agree 100%. I mean, money-wise, business-wise, of Of course, it makes sense.
Yeah.
If it makes money, of course. But I thought it was actually in a decline a little bit. Of course, it breaks records in a sense that it sells more than anything else. But isn't the game actually on a decline sales wise?
I think it is.
I think Advanced Warfighter. Is that what it's called?
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. I think it.
It is on a
record.
decline. I think it's down. I think last time, Advanced Warfare topped $10 billion, but that's still a lot less than what the last one brought in, right?
Mm.
So that's like 27% less than what the last one did. So yeah, I can agree with that. But I mean, look at the opposite, Battlefield, and that franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Their games, pretty much from Battlefield 2 all the way to Hardline, have all been the exact same game. They haven't changed it up with Exo Suits or anything stupid like that. It's been pretty much a modern-day war game.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't done anything to shake it up unless you throw in Battlefield 2142, which they quickly came out with Bad Company, right? And Bad Company 2.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, those the Bad Company ones, I think, were the ones that I liked. Those, I think they had like all the destructible buildings and whatnot on that one, the first one.
Yep.
And the story was kind of cool because of the characters were funny and sarcastic and whatnot. But still, I understand it's the same thing, and I have the same opinion on Battlefield. It's the same thing as well. They are copying the model of Call of Duty. And they're doing that because it makes money to them. Even if it's on the decline, he still makes $10 million. They're still gonna make it.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a Battlefield fan than I am of a Call of Duty fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think they focus more on their engine and trying to get realism and getting that destructibility. And I love that. It makes the game more immersive, bigger maps, more vehicles. I'm a big vehicle guy. It's why I loved Halo for so long. Halo multiplayer, anyway. And yeah, I feel like they are kind of going that way with. There used to be big gaps between each Call of Duty installment, or Battlefield installment, excuse me. But
because they always released a different type of game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was somewhat different. Like I love Bad Company 2 the most because I feel like after that it just got a little bit too serious with themselves, and it was kind of fun. It was a little bit lighthearted hearing the dialogue, like you throw a grenade and like you just hear the dude saying something ridiculous when he throws it, or when he kills somebody, he just talks some smack to him. It was great. It's nice to kind of laugh when you die. It takes away that pretty much that what the fuck moment that people yell every time they die. You're just kind of laughing at whatever just happened for the most part. I mean, there's still a lot of, you're going to still say bullshit a lot of times, but yeah, I just felt that Battlefield Bad Company 2 was the last all around really fun game. Like their engine is really good, it's really great, but it's just not as enjoyable. I just feel like it's just another clone almost.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think when it comes to the Battlefield series, I think the Battlefield series, they really don't need a single-player campaign. When it comes to like the installments 2, 3, 4, and Hardline, they don't need a single-player experience. They just need to focus on what makes those games great, and that's the multiplayer. Hands down, 64-player multiplayer, or 32 on the PlayStation 3. That's what it's about. Right? It's the multiplayer experience which makes those games so much fun. More players on the field, vehicles, helicopters, boats, you name it, they're there. That's what makes those games fun. Call of Duty's more small, and they kind of focus more on the single-player experience, right? And it wasn't until Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 where they really focused on the multiplayer.
I don't agree with that. I honestly think that Call of Duty is as well as Battlefield more about the multiplayer than it is the single player. it has a single player that lasts like 4 or 5 hours,
Mhm.
but after that, the community and why the games are so popular is because of the multiplayer. I think actually people that don't even touch the single player, that only play the multiplayer, and it started with Call of Duty 4 again.
Right. I agree with like we can't argue that the multiplayer is what made Call of Duty popular, but
Mhm.
the origins of Battlefield 1942 and the origins of Call of Duty 1 was night and day. 1942 I don't think even had a single player mode. It was like you could play bots, but that was it. Call of
Yeah.
Duty, I think they didn't even really have an online multiplayer, or if they did, it wasn't, it was not iconic in any way until
Yeah, not in
4.
the beginning. Of course, 4. That's what I'm saying. After 4, it's been all about the multiplayer. Honestly, yeah. I mean, they have single player as it is, and it's actually much more enjoyable than Battlefield single player, which actually sucks. It's very boring. It's very boring. But again, the bulk of the game, the bulk of the people playing the game is multiplayer. I don't think it's single player at all.
Oh, definitely.
But you know what? That is why, Duke Nukem 3D is the best first-person shooter ever.
I had to disagree a little bit.
Which one is your best one?
Let's see.
Quake.
I played Quake 3. Quake 3 is not too bad.
Quake
I
3
think-
and Quake Arena. Amazing.
Well, I have it on
Oh, yeah.
Dreamcast, but let's see. I think I have to go with Doom. I have to go with Doom, actually. The original Doom.
Yeah, Doom. Doom was also great.
Doom is great, but I like Duke Nukem a little bit better. I gotta say though, I remember playing Quake 3 with my Voodoo 5 video card.
I played it on a crappy school laptop.
Oh, the days, or an Unreal Tournament 1.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool as well. Yeah.
I didn't really play Unreal Tournament, but it did look interesting.
They're bringing it back.
For
Oh.
me, the best first-person shooter game is the one I started playing on the computer, Alien vs. Predator, Gold Edition.
Oh.
That is
yeah.
the first game I played online, and I was a fucking monster. I was a pro. I had, in my profile, had every game I played with someone one-on-one, and had my stats. And only 3 losses one-on-one.
Dang.
And that's, against one guy who admitted he had an
Aimbot.
aimbot. She's like, that's the only way I could beat you. So, and then after that was Counter-Strike 1.2.
Oh man, the game's intense.
I'm trying to think what that game is.
Counter-Strike?
Yeah, give me a second.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Counter-Strike Source, Counter-Strike 1.6.
It sounds familiar, but I can't get the picture of the game in my head.
It's probably the most FPS played professionally than anything else.
This game is the best ever.
I gotta go with GoldenEye,
Which one?
Oh,
the
Which
original
go-
for N64.
64. Say 64.
What
Yes.
other one is there?
There's one on Xbox, I believe.
The remake.
It does not exist.
It does exist. I know that for a fact.
And then AVP2 for PC was the other one.
Yeah.
I played the crap out of that one. Oh my god. You get to play as the aliens? Why can't they make that game again? They keep ruining how you play the aliens. I don't understand how an old PC game can play better than these new games.
What game?
Alien vs. Predators 2 for PC.
The story on that game was amazing.
That too.
Like, just the story-wise, like in the first AVP and the second AVP game were amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look at the ones that came out for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, it lacks so much, and the gameplay is so bad.
Yeah.
No, I keep my eye out for it. You
It's
think
really
that good?
Oh,
Do I have to see the movies first?
no.
Good, because I've seen them.
Okay.
Speaking of movies and speaking of shitty remakes,
Oh, this
one
again.
thing that has really pissed off the movie world is, of course, the talk of the new Batman versus Superman movie, but also the spin-off of the Suicide Squad. And they finally revealed Jared Leto's Joker. And apparently, this has pissed off a lot of people. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think of Jared Leto's Joker.
I don't
seen
care.
the picture, but I don't. Oh, I seen the picture, but I don't know much about the guy. But so far I don't consider this the worst Joker. The worst Joker I've seen is that stupid cartoon Batman that was on Cartoon Network. I can't think of what it was.
Well, honestly, we haven't seen anything. We've just seen a picture. The first do you guys remember when the first picture as well came out of the Joker from The Dark Knight from Heath Ledger?
Oh, believe it or not, I didn't know what a Dark Knight was until I saw it in theaters. I was not aware it was a Batman movie.
Well, when the first pictures came out of Heath Ledger as the Joker, people were bitching as well because it looked weird. It didn't look as the Joker before it, and honestly, until now, it's probably my favorite Joker of all time.
I think it's everyone's favorite Joker now.
Yeah, I mean, he did an outstanding job for being a Joker. In a picture, before that, people were just bitching about it. A picture doesn't tell anything so far, I think. The guy is a good actor. Let's wait it out and see what the whole thing is, and then we can judge them after we see what he's doing as a Joker. I think a picture is the same thing happened with with the Devil May Cry, right? Remember when the guy had like the white hair, now he has black hair. People bitch about it, and honestly, to me, it's the best DMC game that there is. That one. It doesn't matter the color. Doesn't matter a picture? I don't think so.
Well, for Devil May Cry, they turned into an emo little baby. Yeah, no doubt.
I haven't played it yet, but I played a little bit of the first one.
Yeah, when you think about the badass white-haired, two dual-gunning devil, and then you play some emo.
Yeah, so I agree with everything that Antonio was saying, minus the DMC part. But
I like DMC. DMC is the best for the win.
Really? Is the second one good? Should I play it?
Yes.
I heard
probably the best.
I heard the second one was awful.
No, the third. The
best DMC, the best one is this last one. It's the best one.
We need to invite Andrew from A Squared onto here, who did a retrospective reviews of the DMC franchise. And he could have a nice conversation with you about this, Antonio.
That sounds
yes.
Good.
Hey, ask him how I can beat the Scorpion in the first game.
Sub-Zero.
There you go.
Bam.
How will Mortal Kombat help? Oh, I get it.
You said it there. No, but this is my thoughts, and I think a lot about marketing, and what is the fastest way to get your product relevant?
Boobs on it.
Besides that, it's to piss people off, or just to cause controversy is pretty much what I'm saying. And like Antonio said, we don't know anything about it. Like, we don't know if he wasn't even wearing a clothes. Like, I don't know if that's what he's gonna look like in the movie. We have no context for the situation. We don't know anything, but we do know that people are talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. And now more people are probably gonna watch the movie just to see how badly he does in the movie, which, like you said, Jared Leto's a good actor. Also, he's not the person that, the costume designer or anything like that, so we can't even blame him for how he looks. His job is to act, not to do the costume. But yeah, I think this is a marketing ploy to get their people talking about it, and it worked. That's overall what they're trying to do. It's just one picture. We don't know anything about it. I think it looks silly personally. It doesn't look like the Joker. I'm not a big Batman fan, so I really don't care. But yeah, there's way too little to go on right now.
For me, I like Batman. I like the Joker. I've read a few of the comics. I've read some of the Suicide Squad. I've read the reboots of it. I've watched a lot of the cartoons, and like last week, I said I told you guys to watch the Batman movies. Don't know if you guys did.
I did watch those.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked the first one more than the second one.
Really?
Yeah, there were some. God, I have a terrible memory, but there were some things that kind of pissed me off about the movie, and I'll have to go back and watch them again. Cause I had to I should have wrote it down because there was a couple of things I'm like, what in the hell? But we're going with what you're gonna say.
But when you look at how they portray the Joker in there, or portray the Joker in quite a few different projects, we as fans, our minds are always set on the last popular one. I mean, Mark Hamill playing the Joker. When you look at the Joker who played the Joker in in the Frank Miller one, I thought he did a good job. He didn't have to go overboard like Frank Miller's Joker, right? Or not Frank Miller's Joker, like Mark Hamill's Joker, who we all grew up with in the Batman animated series, right?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
So, he played a different type of Joker. Even the guys who play Batman, right? We always bitch and complain, and it is what it is. I mean, thank God it's not George Clooney again. But I like the way this Jared Leto's Joker looks. I think everyone needs to calm the fuck down and just, watch it. Watch the movie first and then complain. The world we live in nowadays is we bitch and complain before we even try it.
Oh yeah.
That's so true.
I agree. So you don't like Bat Nipples? Come on.
I knew you'd bring that up.
George Clooney's Bat Nipples.
I like to flick those little pepperoni things off.
I have not seen that movie, but I see the picture all the time.
Yes, they added nipples to the suit.
Why not? I mean, don't bats have nipples?
Wow, that's the most awkward question ever. Do bats have nipples?
We can do a Google search real quick.
Yeah, look it up and I just type in bat nipples and let me know what shows up.
Oh, I'll let you know.
Actually, no one here. I'll do it too. Bat nipples.
Pure
George
pleasure.
Clooney.
I'm hoping that could end up in the thumbnail somewhere.
Yes.
Wow, I type in bat nipples and bat nipples Batman
bats.
Forever is what pops up.
Yeah.
I have George Clooney bat nipples.
Oh yeah, dang.
Oh look, there's a person showing a bat with a nipple.
Oh
my god.
Actually, I've not seen any of them. Oh wait, no.
Yep.
Maybe I should
Nothing
type in
about
bat
nipples.
nipples instead of do bats have bat nipples?
Do bats have bat nipples? No, they have cat nipples. Bats have cats and
Well,
cats
I'm
have
seeing
bats.
Batman.
So I think it's confirmed bats have nipples.
Bats have nipples.
Anyways,
With let's keep this Steam train rolling. And speaking of Steam, did you know Steam is introducing paid mods?
no,
I thought they
he's not.
stopped it now.
Oh, but just as fast as they introduced it, Steam has now removed paid mods.
Yeah.
Good thing you read the description before you start talking.
Oh. Well, I don't
You
have
ruined the
description.
joke.
I don't see a description.
Oh yeah, because you were on your phone and yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I apologize. You don't have that because you just came on your computer. Anyways,
It's still my fault, so I apologize.
like the video game hunter did state, yes, Steam introduced them and Steam has removed them just as fast as they introduced them. First of all, the question would have been, what was your thoughts on this whole introduction of paid mods, good or bad?
I was actually kind of mixed on it. I'm still trying to decide.
I say bad. People have been doing it for free for years and have been happy to do it. I think trying to monetize it on top of taking 75%, like, I there's so many wrongs there that I don't even know where to start. But yeah, it just kind of showed how greedy Steam, or I'm sorry, I guess Valve could be. And I don't know. I'm just emotionally sad about it. I'm glad it's down, but yeah, it was kind of disappointing. I think that's something that should stay open source and not try to get monetized.
As a consumer, I agree. But it could be as well something good and incentive for any mother to, create more stuff and to support whatever he's made, further along. And I think that money could add that. At the same time, though, it's worked so well until now that why change it? I agree with that. If it ain't broke, right? If it ain't broke, don't try to monetize it. I mean, that's the only. I think, yeah, the only thing this is just dollar signs to whatever company they want to do it.
Right, and I don't think that people don't deserve to get paid for their mods because people make some extraordinary mods, but I think most dedicated modders probably have a section where you can donate to them exclusively if you really want to, and that's the way it should stay. I don't think Valve should get a single dollar. Or it wasn't Valve, was it? It was
Steam.
But it was only for Skyrim though, right? Or was it for like anything?
I thought it was for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Valve. Yeah, as a company.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Valve. You got to remember that Steam it's just a part of Valve. Valve is
right.
A company. Yeah.
I don't want to use Steam. Clearly, I bought one game.
Yeah, I just feel like 75% taken away is kind of a slap in the face for the work they put into it. I think it should be the other way around. Like they get 25% and the modder gets 75. That sounds a little more fair. But even still.
Yeah, but as you said, and as I'm thinking, it's worked so well until now that just changing the rules just like that, I think. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it because, as I said, I do want the modders to have monetized incentives, right? And because a lot of these people put a lot of work into whatever they're doing, right?
Right.
And it takes a lot of your time. It takes creativity. It takes your it takes a lot of time and effort from whatever to not get anything from it. Only your satisfaction, I guess. But at the same time, it's worked so well so far that I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a better way to approach it.
Right. I somewhat disagree with the fact that they get nothing out of it. Anyone who does that, they probably are building a portfolio, and that kind of stuff. Successful modders, it does and can lead to a job,
Yeah, you're right.
In whatever form that they're doing, because that's kind of the field that I'm in. I don't do mods, but I do know that people who have done mods have gotten picked up if they know how to properly, market themselves. You have all these people on YouTube playing these mods and stuff, and it's like, look, I built that. I made that. That's why you should hire me, or even just eventually starting their own game. Like Portal 1 was, it was a mod from Half-Life, I believe.
Believe it or not, I just saw a video about Do you know gaming about Portal? How was it Valve that picked them up after seeing the early titles they just made?
They were college students. That was a college project. Portal 1 was like 2 or 3 college students, I think. And yeah, they got picked up by Valve.
That's actually pretty interesting. I love those type of stories.
Yeah, and so that's the kind of thing I want to see happening. But I don't want to see people monetizing something that people purposely made free. Or I guess because you could find some way to monetize it yourself, but they don't. They do it on purpose to keep it free.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
And I agree, as you said, that for building their portfolios, in that way they can have that incentive, and that will always be a part of it because there will always be newbies trying to get into the industry and creating. Yeah, I agree. That's why it's worked so far. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard to get into the industry, to be honest with you. It's damn near impossible, especially when people are getting laid off. I know like experienced veterans who they have gone indie because either they hate or have been laid off by AAA studios. You know, modding and making indie games is kind of the way to go for putting yourself out there, and then eventually you get hired by people to do certain like a contractor of sorts to do specific things rather than us working for a studio directly.
I think my only concern is the fact that if they had paid mods, this now falls in the situation of people who pay for mods and they're shitty mods.
Yep.
And now everyone and their dog can come out with them, and they're just shitty. Just like the shitty games that have been coming out that people have been paying for with Steam Greenlight.
Yeah, that's definitely a big part of it. And I don't know what kind of refund system they had or whatever.
I think it was, if you didn't like it, you got 24 hours to return it, but I don't know how you can return a mod.
Yeah, I think it was just a big mess. That wasn't. It was a good idea on paper, but even though I still disagree with it, yeah, I don't see how that would have worked out.
Yeah.
All right, and I guess the last thing on the agenda is, of course we talked about something about this on the last podcast, Dragon Ball Z.
Can we talk about Dragon Ball instead?
Well, no, it's not Dragon Ball Z. It's it's Dragon Ball whatever, unnamed.
Is it Super?
Dragon Ball Super.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yes.
Okay.
That sounds Spanish to me.
That's Japanese.
That's because he said it with a Spanish accent.
It's Dragon Ball Super.
That's Japanese accent with a Spanish accent.
It sounds like more Spanish.
In English.
Yeah, so the first animated first TV anime in 18 years, or almost 20 years, will be debuting this July.
Yeah, early birthday present.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is a TV show or movie?
TV show. TV series.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's gonna get it first, Japan or the U.S.? Mexico.
This is the U.S.
Mexico, man.
It's called Dragon Ball Super. It's the first new and original Dragon Ball television anime in nearly 2 decades. So let me see here. We'll be handling the new anime story. The series will take place after Goku defeats Majin Buu and the world has become peaceful again. So he probably dies and he spends the whole series in a fucking box like he always does.
They're probably gonna bring him back like they usually do.
Oh yeah.
Well, the 7 Dragon Balls.
They don't. Did they mention GT at all?
GT is not canon.
I think they're going to totally ignore GT.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, GT is not canon.
Okay with that.
Akira Toriyama said that.
So I guess people hate it so much. They're like, "Hey, this is not canon."
Was this a fan?
It's fan made. It was fan made. It was a fanfic.
Yeah, GT was not the same level as Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z was, for sure.
Dragon Ball is superior.
I agree. I like Dragon Ball better than Dragon Ball Z.
What does that mean for Dragon Ball? Or I'm sorry, Super Saiyan 4. Does that still exist?
No.
No.
Wow.
Because I said so.
Wasn't Dragon Ball GT? Is that the one? Wasn't that done out here, like American-wise, back in 96, 97?
I don't know. I didn't see it till like around 2000s when Toonami got it.
I don't know. I don't understand how it could not be canon in the sense of, right?
I think people got mad because Goku's a kid again.
No, it's just that Akira Toriyama was never part of it, and you know, out of the manga, someone just took it as a new storyline. Different people were involved, and they made whatever story they were. Akira Toriyama was not part of it, and when everything was said and done, he stated that, he did not consider Dragon Ball GT as part of the canon.
So, what is his name? Akira Toriyama?
Toriyama. Tory.
Yeah, so he's going to produce this one with Fuji Television and promises to draw on his historical past to create a bold new universe, welcoming fans to endure and endearing to new viewers. So he's a part of it, so that's great. But is it going to have the same? Here's the 9 episodes of them powering up.
No, I think they'll stream that out, as it is now, more streamlined. I don't think we're gonna get that anymore.
It'll be 7 episodes powering up.
Yeah.
At least it's not gonna be like the Frieza saga where.
I actually really like Frieza.
3 minutes were like 50 episodes.
Well, he's the bad guy of this one.
Frieza?
Yeah.
Well, he's the bad guy of the movie.
Was he already in the movie and died again?
Yeah, and he's back in this, isn't he?
Okay, how's he coming back again?
Like everyone else, everyone comes back in that series.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to answer that question.
Yeah.
They wish for them to come back, or the cyborg.
Cyborgs, yeah. Dragon Balls.
Or they can even you can even see them in hell, like in the series.
Yep.
I don't think I would sell them in hell. They have a hell?
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
it's not called hell, but
Yes.
it's a spirit world, and they have like a hell division type of thing.
Okay. I know I didn't see much of the show, but I know certain things about it. But I did not know there was a hell.
I swear to God, I watch the same episode every time. It's either Goku is dead in some sort of box, or he's flying somewhere to get to where he needs to go above a big dragon, or he's powering up for the whole episode.
I honestly, a lot of that is that. Yes, I agree. But
10 years, those are the same 3 episodes I've seen.
Same here. I never got to see the what'd you call those drones? Is that right?
The android?
Yeah, the androids. Because I don't know what happened. I think they restarted the whole series again, and it looked really interesting.
Oh, the Cell Saga.
I'm trying to think of. Is that the androids?
Yeah, Cell is the android that like absorbs the other androids, like 16, 17, and.
Yeah, that's the one. They started it, and all of a sudden they went back to what, Frieza again?
Yeah, they do that like on Toonami or whatever.
I hated that. That's pretty much why I lost interest in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I did for a long time too until I looked them up online and finished it.
I'm still stoked though for the new series. To be honest,
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to it for sure.
I already saw an update in well, this is for the TV or the movie, but Xenoverse is already introducing like the God mode for Goku and Vegeta, I believe. So they have a patch for that. So this is obviously planned for a while.
I need to get myself a PS4 in that game.
Why a PS4?
Because
that's the superior system.
Yes. Well, you mean versus the Xbox, the Xbox One? You mean?
It's okay. I got both systems.
Well, I don't know. I just think that at this point, from my understanding, is that pretty much all multi-system games are pretty much superior in the PS4 versus the Xbox. Is it not?
A little bit, but I kind of lost interest in Xbox now. I think the only thing I'm looking forward to Xbox is Halo, and that's about it. I gotta have my Halo.
For me, it's just the extra games that you get with the PlayStation 4 when you're part of the PlayStation Plus program compared to what you get with the Xbox Gold program.
Mm.
I mean, Xbox Gold, you got like, here's...
It's gold now? I thought it was Xbox Live.
No, it's Xbox Gold, their program where you get free games. You get 2 games every month with them, an Xbox 360 game, but every month you get 2 PlayStation 2 games, 2 PlayStation 3 games, and 2 Vita games.
Whoa,
and
Vita.
those are cross-compatible or cross-platform, so you can end up with pretty much 6 PlayStation 4 games, or either way, it's way better than what you get with the Xbox Gold.
Are you trying to say I can stream my like PS4 games to my Vita, or?
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, here's the thing. I said did a review on a PlayStation TV.
I saw that.
Yeah, you really have to have good internet for that to work, and you're going to have laggy controls.
Yes, with streaming your PS4 to your Vita, the creator of the Vita and PlayStation pretty much said, and they tested this, if you have good enough Wi-Fi, you can play your PlayStation 4 across the world. If you have a good enough Wi-Fi. So depending on how good your Wi-Fi is depending on how good your controls will be. But I've played my Vita I played my PS4 on my Vita. It's amazing. I like it. Turn it off, go play Destiny, laying in bed. It's great.
Here's a question. What if your kid or wife comes in, it's like, oh, he left the PS4 on. I would turn it off.
It goes to sleep mode, or it stays on. I mean, it's just the light, right? Nobody ever touches it.
I wish I could say the same thing.
Oh, nobody ever touches my stuff. Everyone knows not to.
Well,
I'll break them in half.
Here's the thing. When I'm not at home, my little brother's constantly playing my PS4 or Xbox One. Or PS3. Or 360.
Then you take your hand, and you give him a nice open hand slap across the
just like Batman does to Robin.
Yeah, and you say, don't touch. And then if he touches it again, you give him a nice backhand.
Well, here's the thing. He'll go to my collection and start moving everything out of order, so I don't know what any of my games are.
That's when you punch him.
I don't want to give you ideas.
So with kick in the nuts. Rambo style.
Then my rent gets raised.
You have excuses for everything.
Well, that's because I still live with my parents, so.
No.
There you go.
There you go. But it's not really too bad. I tell him, hey, I got to record a video. Leave. He leaves without any questions.
Well, then just tell him you're always recording.
Well, I gave him like, hey, you take the PS3 and go upstairs.
There you go. See? That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, but there's also like I'm now playing again through Shovel Knight that recently came out in PS. I'm playing on PS3 because I don't have a PS4, but
I actually heard good things about that one.
I'm actually planning to do a review on that one. I was capturing video for that. It's a great. If you guys haven't played it, if you like platformers at all, this is probably one of the best platformers of all time, honestly.
I saw a video. I think a guy compared it to DuckTales on the NES.
Yes, it has a lot of DuckTales in it for sure.
Also,
but what I'm saying,
it's got a lot of DuckTales and duckcocks.
It has a lot of duck rape that he has. Fucking ducks, man.
Duck nipples. Like what was that movie? What's that 80s movie called that had duck nipples?
Howard
the Duck. Howard the Duck. And that was a PG movie.
I think I
he lost his train of thought the moment he started thinking about duck rape and corkscrew duck cocks. For me, the best 2D newer generation game, Rogue Legacy.
Ooh.
I have that for the computer and I have it for the PS4, and it's backwards compatible to my Vita, so it's great. It's always on the go. I love it. It's fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say, right? About that. Why I think buying the game in for the PlayStation makes a lot of sense is because you get, if you buy it for whatever system, you can buy it for your I bought it for my PS3, but in the same vein, I already have it for whenever I have my PS4 and for a beta if I've ever got a beta.
Exactly, and that's the greatest thing. It's like for me, I bought my PS4, I bought 2 games with it, and then I didn't have to buy a single game for like a couple months. I have, like, if I just count my digital library for the free games, I have about 22.
I have
22 downloadable games that were given away free from PlayStation to have the PlayStation Plus.
I have no clue what's on my PS4. My little brother downloads whatever.
Porn.
No.
Duck porn.
Then I'll really question him.
You weren't here for the last thing. You missed the video. You missed the video about the ducks.
I heard you guys mention it in the video.
Yes.
I didn't have time to listen to the whole podcast. I think I only got to the beginning.
It's all it took was the beginning, but corkscrew penises of ducks and how they rape other ducks.
They rape, no, and not only did they rape the same-sex dead corpse of ducks.
Wait, so they'll whatchamacallit?
Necrophiliacs.
Yes.
Gay necrophilia. Rape gay necrophilia.
We should hunt down these ducks and arrest them.
It's every duck.
Okay, let's go. Let's bring some handcuffs. Bring the video camera set and have Oh.
I think we need
Chris. Let's get Chris Hansen over here.
Oh my God.
Will you take a seat, Duck? I like Donald Duck. Why are you here? Donald Duck was the first duck that popped in my head.
You've digressed so far.
Derailed. We've derailed so much. I think this is about the end, folks. That's it. I can't take anymore.
We ended up in a high note for sure.
Yes.
This is a low note. I don't know. Very dark place.
So, anyways, we'll start with Antonio. What'd you learn today?
I learned that any good dog is a dead duck.
All right, Tavian, what'd you learn from the podcast today?
I learned we had some very disturbing conversations sometimes.
Tyler, Hunter, what did you learn today?
Well, let me write a letter to my princess. Dear Princess Celestia, island ducks can be very evil, and we have to stop them. Sincerely, Video Game Hunter.
And I learned this duck conversation will probably haunt us every podcast from here on out.
This could be a thing.
It could be a thing.
It could.
All right.
It already is. What are you guys talking about?
It already is.
We're
I'm out of it now. I'm so happy.
So everyone who's listening, close your eyes. Picture the new Splinter, and remember, he smells greasy. But this is Cazteck from the Console Explosion saying goodbye, and you can always follow us at the Console Explosion on Twitter, theconsoleexplosion.com for all your geek news and featured geeks like these gentlemen here, as well as you can check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and I was going to say Twitch. Oh yeah, Twitch. We should get that going up here pretty soon. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we have some big news coming out, and we have a new feature, the NES Romancer. Check his stuff out.
I love it. I like his stuff. I love the Star Fox songs.
Yeah, he did pretty good. Some pretty awesome stuff. If you check out his new video, he
is it the disco one?
The disco one. He really reminds me of Van Halen. He's got some Van Halen stuff there. But nonetheless,
jump!
We'll have to get him on the show one time.
Yeah.
Well,
he's from Australia, so it'd be a little tough.
Oh.
Maybe we'll do an Australian episode to get him and Soundole on here. That'd be fun.
Yep.
All right, but so if anything you want to hype there, Antonio?
Sure, you can watch my YouTube channel, Gokado Retro Reviews. Gokado as in Gokado, where I do, as the name says, retro reviews of video games past. And also, you can check me out on Twitter as well at Gokadito, Gokadito. And I'm gonna get my 12 gauge and see if I can find any ducks around here.
Tavian?
Hey guys, you can follow me on Twitter at The Philosopher and Facebook.com/The Philosopher, and hopefully I will be getting this YouTube channel up and running soon, do some reviews and possibly some Let's Plays.
Cool. Video Game Hunter.
Hello, this is the Video Game Hunter. You can follow me on Facebook, and now you can follow me on Twitter at VGH32. And I also have DeviantArt, where you can look at my drawings.
Awesome. And if you go check out the was it Kodako's retro reviews, you see a lot of his newer videos where he actually puts himself in them. And remember, he does look like he smells greasy.
No greasy, man.
No grease. No grease.
Mangoes. Smells like mangoes.
Mangoes. You need to make a mango video. Eat a mango. Time lapse.
Fucking hate that fucking Splinter, man.
Good night.
Thank you for watching the Console Explosion, and please remember to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, check out us on Facebook, check us out on Twitch for your live gaming needs, and again, follow us on YouTube. Check out our website at www.theconsoleexplosion.com and join the forums.